Hello, hello. It's JoAnne here. If you're not familiar with me, I am a mindset coach, lifestyle coach, EFT practitioner, health advocate, unschooling mom, a wife, all these things. And today I wanted to have this tapping session for overeating. And this is something that is currently happening in my life. So today is actually February 25th. And I'm going to release this video probably in about 30 days because I want to release this video when I know that it has worked for me so that it can work for you. So right now, this tapping session, I'm doing it for me. And a lot of my tapping sessions I do for me, and I share them publicly because I feel like if I'm going through something, then there's probably a few hundred or thousands of people possibly going through similar things. What am I going through right now? Well, I am going through, using food as a coping mechanism for stress. So before I had kids, I had my son in 2014. So before I had kids, I worked out in the world, and there were those. I definitely had points in my life where I was stressed out. Whether it was in my relationship or it was with a friendship or when it was with work or something like that. So there would be these times in my life where the stress would go up, but then it would come back down. And, I would just be in my steady flow, right? Then I had kids, dun, dun, dun. And no one can prepare, this is my opinion, no one can prepare for the demand of parenting. No one can prepare for the demand of motherhood. And I chose, to breastfeed my children. I co-slept with them. I stayed at home with them. I'm still home with them. They're home with me. We homeschool. So there's a lot of mom and kid interaction going on. And while I absolutely 100% want this, and, this is a path I've chosen, and I'm so grateful that I am able to choose this path. However, there does come, challenges with this path. And what I've noticed for myself is that the constant demand of motherhood has taken my stress level and kind of kept it really high. Now, I don't have a lot of anxiety. I don't worry about my kids getting hurt, but what stresses me out is for example, the bickering back and forth, that will stress me out. The whining, that will stress me out. The, upstairs sounding like elephants, storming, that can get on me. So it's like this external stimulation is causing me to I just start feeling that internal stress, this overwhelm. And so there's all kinds of coping mechanisms for feeling stressed out. There's, mindfulness techniques like deep breathing, yoga, meditation, just going for a walk, practicing did I say yoga? Because I love yoga. There's all sorts of things that we can do as healthy practices to combat stress. However, there's a slew of unhealthy things that we can do. We can, smoke cigarettes. We can, drink too much alcohol. We can overeat. And that's where I found myself. I found myself overeating because I just want to use food to bring me some comfort, some peace, mostly comfort, I guess, right? And perhaps there's a bit of the control of it. I can't really control my kids. And if you're not a parent, you might be like, well, why can't she control her kids? And it's not that they don't have guidelines and structure. Of course they do, but I don't control who they are, how they express themselves. Of course, I would want them to express themselves in ways that, are healthy. But just yesterday, my daughter threw an absolute fit. And I mean, she's 7 and she doesn't throw many fits, but she did yesterday and like flailing herself. And all of a sudden, like I started feeling these triggers within myself just popping off. And I'm thinking, like, you know, this is not something that I would be allowed to do when I was 7 years old. I would have been smacked on the hiney or sent to my room or something. And she's just going on and screaming and yelling and like throwing herself around and just really acting, to me, it was inappropriate for the circumstance. And I just like let it go. I was so proud of myself. I was like, look at me. I did yell once. Um, but typically I would like, or not typically, but often I would find myself yelling, getting super frustrated, super triggered, and then, just exploding, you know. And so I yelled once, and then I was like, okay, calm down, work myself through that. But I just noticed like all these triggers going off inside of me. And these are the things that cause me to want to use my stress coping mechanism of overeating. And I don't want to do that anymore. So we are together today going to tap on overeating. If you've never tapped with me before, you don't have to tap at the same points that I'm tapping. You just tap along the different points. So we've got the top of the head, we have the eyebrow point, the temple, below the eye, below the nose, below the bottom lip, the collarbone, like this muscle right there, and then underneath the arm, so like in line with your chest, underneath the arm, and then back to the top of the head to repeat around. So again, you don't have to tap the same points that I'm tapping, but I'm asking you to repeat after me. And today is Saturday, February 25th. What I've decided to do is release this video in about a month. I want to release it in a month because I want to be confident that this actually works for me, so that it hopefully can work for you. I do wholeheartedly believe in tapping. I have transformed so many things in my life through tapping, and I'm working with my clients, my coaching clients. I have seen their lives transformed with this healing modality. So here we go. In all my tapping sessions, I like to get centered beforehand. So let's just take a moment, connect with this infinite space within us, this deep, deep reservoir of internal wisdom, and this space within us that doesn't have any triggers, that doesn't have any unhealthy coping mechanisms, doesn't even need a coping mechanism. It's just completely at peace with itself. Where this I imagine it's like where my soul resides, the true essence of who I am. And throughout my tapping sessions, I will keep my eyes closed. If you haven't tapped along with me yet, to know that already, I just like to close my eyes so I can stay like tuned into what I feel God, the universe, Creator is sending me for this healing session. So just knowing that, you and we're connected right now. We are connected in the energy of oneness. There is no disconnection ever. There is an unawareness of their connection, but there's never a disconnection. So we're always connected. I'm always connected to you. I've never maybe met you, but I know that we're already connected because on that field, we are all one energy, and we are connecting to that energy right now. And we know that this loving energy, this presence of God, is supporting us in healing this human pattern that we have, and this pattern that doesn't serve us anymore. So we're going to start with the karate chop point. It's where we all begin. And you're going to say, even though I overeat at times, go ahead and say it. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I overeat at times, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I overeat at times, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. I've just talked about, we're going to go through the tapping. So we'll just tap along. You can repeat after me. But I just talked about all the reasons why I overeat, but we're going to go through some of those again. So at times I overeat. Go ahead, repeat after me. Because I'm feeling overwhelmed. At times I overeat because something just tastes good. At times I overeat because I just can't get satisfied. At times I overeat to soothe the stress of my day. Sometimes I overeat because I feel so overwhelmed. Sometimes I overeat because it's the only thing I have control over. Sometimes I overeat because it just tastes good. Sometimes I overeat because I'm looking for pleasure in my life. Sometimes I overeat and it makes me feel so bloated. Sometimes I overeat and I feel disappointed in myself. Sometimes I overeat and I'm ashamed to admit it. Sometimes I overeat and I feel disappointed in myself. Sometimes I overeat when I don't even want to be eating. Sometimes I overeat when I don't even want to be eating. And I think, what is wrong with me? Sometimes I overeat and I feel out of control. Sometimes I overeat and I feel out of control with a desire to eat. Sometimes I overeat and I get so disappointed with myself. Sometimes I overeat because I am disappointed with myself. And I just want to not be concerned about overeating. I don't care about, gaining fat from it. I just say, fuck it. Why does it matter? When I overeat, I feel uncomfortable. I feel disappointed in myself. I feel like out of control. I feel like I have a problem. And I don't understand why I have this problem. When I overeat, I blame myself. When I overeat, I blame myself. And when I blame myself, I feel shame. And today, I am ready to stop overeating. I am ready to tune in to what my body needs. I am ready to feel satisfied with the food I choose to eat. I am ready to eat healthy portions. I am ready to not feel full. I am ready to feel satisfied. I am ready to listen to my body. Am I really hungry? Am I thirsty? What is it that my body truly needs? I am ready to eat only when I'm hungry. I am ready to eat only when I am hungry. I am ready to eat only when I'm hungry. I am ready to eat to satisfaction. I am ready to eat to a satisfied comfort level in my body. And I know what this feels like. My body knows what this feels like. I logically know what a good portion size is. I know this, and now I actually apply it. I eat only healthy proportion sizes. I only eat when I'm hungry. I never overeat. I feel satisfied. I feel satisfied. When it comes to stress, I have found a coping mechanism for stress. I have found a coping mechanism for stress. And when I feel stressed, I go to this coping mechanism. This gets me through everything. And it's so simple. So I have decided to make my stress dealing coping mechanism deep breathing. Deep breathing brings me a sense of calm. Deep breathing brings me a sense of peace. Deep breathing brings me to the present moment. Right now, inhaling deeply, exhaling fully. I feel calm. I feel at ease. And I know that my breath can support me in moving stress through and out my body. I don't need to hold on to stress. I don't need to look for any other coping mechanism. I have my breath right here, always breathing. And now I use my breath as a tool to get through the more stressful moments of life. The stressful moments will keep coming. There is no way around it. I am living a human life, and I am living this human life as a parent, and so there will never be a dull moment. But I can use my breath to ease my internal being, to make myself feel safe, to bring me back to the present. and to know that everything is okay, even if I feel that things are out of control. I am okay. I am breathing. So if I'm breathing, I am okay. Oh, I really feel moved by that tapping session. And I am praying that I experience something different over the next 30 days so that I can share this with everyone and support you on having a healthy coping mechanism for the stress in your life, and that there's no more overeating. There's no need to overeat ever again. All right. Thank you for watching. I would love to hear about any experience you have with tapping along with me. I'd love for you to come back and share your results with me. Did it work for you? How are you feeling? I would love to hear. It would actually probably make my whole month if I impacted you in some way that supported you in healing part of your relationship with food. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.